What's happening, y'all? This is Andrew from Mirror Music 99, back to do our weekly Grateful Dead reaction video. This is going to be the interpolation between Eyes of the World and Big River from Des Moines, June 16th, 1974. Big River is obviously a song that I know. It's a Johnny Cash song. And has been played by Willie Nelson and the Highwaymen, and like all the other, not all the other, but many of the other great country singers as well. But I don't know Eyes of the World at all, so this will be an interesting experience. So here we go. Eyes of the World to Big River, Des Moines, June 1974. There's the bass. Is this going to be a bass-driven song? Ooh. It's almost, Les is good enough here that it seems like there's almost two basses playing. Despite the funk bass line, I can hear Big River in that too. Like, I can see how the song would connect with that one.
Right outside this lazy summer home, ain't got time to call you solar critic, no. Right outside the lazy gate, winter summer, ain't got time but catch winners, wings on my
Oh, I dig that chord change. That's nice.
just carry away.
Sound quality in this is really good too.
Wake up to find out that
Ooh.
you are the eyes of the world. It's all and all it's on.
This sounds actually very much like a Beatles, or not Beatles song, because the Beatles weren't playing in 1974, but a John Lennon song or a Paul McCartney song that they would have released about this time too. Has that very same feel to it. I really like it. And then I hit the space bar and it's supposed to start playing. Ooh. This could be a Let It Be song. Not the song, but from that album. It has that feel. Lots of funky jams in it, though. He's jumped into a whole different scale there, too. It was good advice that somebody gave to be listening to try to listen to all three of the parts, or four of the parts, individually, and then how they meld together, because they're all three playing different things. Weir's playing just like that main riff, right? And the same one you were playing at the very beginning. And Jerry's playing the lead line, I think. And then that bass line. And from what you've told me in 1974, this is like the wall. Here, let me pause. I don't talk over Jerry singing. This is from the Wall of Sound era, right? Where it would have been, where you would have like different sounds coming from different banks of speakers. Like, I can hear it pretty well just through this tiny little speaker. I can't imagine how amazing it would have sounded in with the full effect live too.
There comes a redeemer, he slowly fades away. All those away got behind him, that's loaded with clay. The seeds that were silent all burst into bloom and decay.
I can see why this is one of people's favorite recordings. You can actually hear everything that's going on. It's definitely a dancing song, right? Woo. They're singing in the mics enough to almost clip it right there too, right? That little riff right there sounds like John Lennon, I swear it does. Woo. That's such a great example of him using a completely different scale over the same chord structure, and it gets a whole different feel. And the bass is going like, he's not just playing the roots, man. He's walking around it too. It's so cool. If you've never heard this before, you should like mentally isolate the bass line for a minute. Because he's doing it up here and he's pulling it back. Kind of pull it back out now. Started singing a little like back from the mic and had to pull up on it. There we go. Sometimes we ride on your horse, sometimes we walk alone. Sometimes the songs that we hear are just songs of our own. Wake up to find that you are the eyes of the world. Wow. I love that dun 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 like that. That's because it's such an unexpected way to go about that chord change. Ooh. You guys, listen to that bass. Oh, he's way up there. I was right, this is a bass-driven song. It's like playing a lead guitar line on the bass, almost. It's almost like a jazz band where they tell the bass to take a solo, right? So you got one guitar playing their main riff, and then Jerry's up there too, right? And then you got that bass line coming too. Is there a keyboard in here? I haven't heard them yet. If it is. I forget the history too. Is this one of the years that had 2 drummers, or is this just one? We're going somewhere else now. That feels like the guitar's searching for something there, right? He's not quite locked in yet. This part, I hear this in some Grateful Dead songs and some pieces. It feels like almost the 3 of them or 4 of them are competing to see who comes out on top and where we're going with this. This is very free jazz feeling. Where they're playing in the same key, but it hasn't really coalesced again. He's playing more in the cymbals now too. Drummer. Definitely gives it a different feel. That's weird syncopation too. That's not offbeat. He's doing it on purpose, but like, right, not quite on the beat. Now they pulled it back to let the bass kind of take over again. I want y'all to notice, if you haven't heard this before, I'm noticing anyway, that they played the same riff the whole time, the same basic chord structure, the entire song, and we're at 13 minutes or so now. But it's the same chord structure, and I should have counted, but like this is at least a 7th or 8th different thing they've done with that same basic chord structure. It's pretty cool. It's almost like the drums taking the lead now. Is that a different song they're playing? Like in between the two? Or is this part of Eyes of the World? Because it's not Big River. It's cool though. Is this the Mixolydian thing that y'all were talking about before? Is that scale? Yeah, you should play it. Ooh, hold on. A little funk breakdown in there. I was hoping we'd get a funk breakdown. I mean, the bass line in this whole song has deserved it. Ooh. It's like a jazz band. It took them like one time through that little riff to lock in, and now they're following each other. Look at that, listen to that roll in there on the toms. That drum feels a little off, right? There was a keys. It's almost like they're trying to figure out not where to go necessarily, but like when to jump over to the next song. So it's like, it's a conversation, right? Like, they're like, is it time yet? No, not quite yet. Is it time now? No, not quite. And so it's kind of a weaving. It's a dance. I mean, it's dancing music, but it also feels like a dance. This middle section feels very jazzy. Very, very, very jazzy. Like something the Doors would play in one of their long jams, except there's more stuff going on here. It's more divergent, I guess, from the original riff. Yeah, it never quite goes where you think it will, does it? That kind of riff sounds like it would have been an original recording. Like a straight ahead rock blues riff. We've not gone so far away from Eyes of the World, but like I've forgotten almost what song they're playing now. Like I wouldn't know unless I knew the title. We're back. Now let's come back to it. Now it's just in the normal pentatonic. Like the Clapton BB King blues kind of riff. That kick is giving it propulsive. There's so many things they're doing with the same basic guitar riff. The lead line is doing so much different stuff. And the bass is just like slapping and not slapping, but like grooving as opposed to running a lead line here. This has got to be about where they're switching over, right? This is starting to feel very different now. Yeah, that is Big River now. This is much more country feeling now. Hear the bass. Doom, 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 doom. Right? That's your classic country bass line, right?
Tore me up every time I heard her draw that southern draw. But I heard my dream went back downstream before and nothing before. And I followed you, Big River, when you call.
There's the keys. Yeah. Oh, he's got a little, he's putting a little funk in there. He's walking it around. He's not just there's a little of that, little runs in there, in that bass line. It's got that, it has a propulsive feel to it, in a way that the original doesn't. And that's the bass line. That's pulling it forward. never thought about the song as being a vehicle for jamming, but it definitely works. That chord change there is unusual for a country song too, where it kind of walks up like that.
Well, now Baton Rouge, you're the queen. Take that woman down to New Orleans, New Orleans.
This feels a little less like Elvis impersonator and more like he's just singing a song, which I like.
She loves you more than me. Don't think Willow gotta cry, cry, cry. Don't the clouds gotta cover up a clear blue sky.
I dig the harmony too.
I'm gonna sit right here till I die, till I die.
I really do love how they've put that funky bass line they've pulled in from Eyes of the World, and not just doing like that, but he's running it all up and down the neck, like he did in Eyes of the World. He's kind of pulling that through into this too. Dig it. He's played country style guitar and blues and jazz and funk and all kinds of funky shit in this song. This is pretty typical like lead country style though. Let's do it one more time, right? Man, I really love that. I really love that. I mean, I love all Johnny Cash stuff, and I love lots of, well, basically any song that was done by the Highwaymen, the Cash, Waylon, Willie, Chris, any combination of those dudes. I love those songs. So, this was a lot of fun. I'm starting to see more now, like how they're connecting the two. Some of them have the same chord progression. This one does not have the same chord progression, but they switch over and then they start. This is one, maybe they do it in all the other ones and I just haven't been astute enough to notice it yet. But and then they start, after they've moved to the second song, they're starting to pull elements of the first one into the second one, which is really super cool. Love it, man. I know probably it's not one of the reasons that people hesitate probably to do long form Grateful Dead videos. This one was 25, almost 26 minutes. Just the song part of it, is that it can't possibly be that visually interesting to watch me sit here with my eyes closed, dancing in my chair or swaying back and forth and saying something every 2 minutes. But I appreciate you hanging out. It's a lot of fun for me. I'm learning a lot. If you don't know, one of the major purposes of this channel is for me to fill in pockets of my musical education that I'm missing. The Grateful Dead was one of those places for me. Like, I love lots of music that's kind of like this, stylistically speaking. But that was a big gap in my musical education, and I'm getting to fill it in with y'all. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate y'all. Final note, I hate begging for money, but YouTube's algorithm and YouTube's policies or whatever don't let us get paid for any of the getting ad revenue or anything for the videos where we're playing songs in them. So if this was fun for you, if this was valuable for you, you could toss $1 with a super thanks, super chat. I'd appreciate it. If not, I love that you're hanging out anyway. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.